So today we are opening up into our shoulders and releasing the tension in our shoulders so that we can open up into our heart. So this is going to be step one in the 4-week series of moving into a deep back bend for our level 2 class. So we're doing heart opening, but really opening into the shoulders today. And the theme of the class is just open, right? Open to life, open to grace, open to this whole power of being. So that is what we're about to do. Get really open in the shoulders, because when we do back bends, we need to do two things. We need to open the four corners of the temple, which are your shoulders and your hips and your quads. We need to open them as well. So make sure you have 2 blocks handy and your strap to help you get your shoulders nice and open. All right. And so we are exploring this concept of opening to grace, opening to life, opening to the flow of life. And it's interesting because this is probably this is first principle Anyasara, but it's been the one that I probably have struggled with the most. But I think I probably had to build my container, build the second one, muscle energy, to be able to confidently open to life. So there's this, when we're open to the flow of life, there's this allowing and a trust and a surrender and a just believing that the goodness of life, which is another fundamental principle of Anyasara yoga, and the beauty of life, and that training that we go through to see the extraordinary in the ordinary, to see the beauty, to see the goodness that is always there holding us. When we go through that process of training, which is part of the Anyasara method, we then can start seeing that we can trust the flow of life and that we can remain open to it. We can remain open to everything that comes and start to believe that the challenges or the rejection or the things that didn't work out were just life's way of saying, this isn't for you. You know, rejection is sometimes God's protection, or rejection is sometimes the world's protection. So how do we give you that ability to believe that you can stay open when life gets challenging? And then the more you learn to trust in the goodness and the beauty of life, the more you just stay open to life. Right? So there's this modern, I do a lot of one-on-one work with women, and we have this modern pose from the computers, from the phones, called slunched over, closed out to life, right? How many of you, like so many of my ladies that I work with, are in pain in this part of the body because they've closed down and shut down to the flow of life without even realizing it, without even choosing it, because it's not even conscious. They're just doing it because this is how modern life asks us to be. So the practice, they come to me so that we can reverse the 8 hours that they sit like this in the 45 minutes that we have together. The practice is to reverse that closing and open to the flow of life and trust that whatever life is throwing at you, it's taking you somewhere that you need to be going. So let's take a moment to close our eyes. Just to roll the thighs back and apart, taking that refinement of the inner spiral to broaden the base. And focus on the flow of your breath. And as you sit here, take that bright breath in and lengthen up from your hips to your shoulders. And exhale, just roll the head of your arm bones down and soften your shoulder blades down your back. And breathe into the flow of life. Every inhalation and every exhalation is your reminder. Life flows to you and through you. And feel that. Inhale, life is coming to you. Exhale, life has moved through you. Inhale, life comes to you. Exhale, life moves through you. Now, with every exhalation, the softening into that grace of life. Allow your shoulder blades as you exhale to soften down your back, your seat bones to soften into the mat, and just let out a little exhale. I've learned in the last year or so that the rolling of the head of the arm bones and the softening of the shoulder blades down the back, if you can let out an exhale as you do that and soften inside, you step into a deeper sense of allowing, a deeper trust in the flow of life. And keeping that softness, bring your hands together in front of your heart space. We'll sing one round of the Anusara invocation to close off the centering this morning. Taking a bright breath in. Om Namah Shivaya Gurave Sat Chittananda Murtaye Nish Prapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase Om. Just bow your head to your heart. Release your hands and inhale, lift your head and open your eyes. Soften your gaze and see the beauty and the goodness first. Look for that as you work your way through the world. Starting with the good old strap today. We are going to do some shoulder flossing to start. So with the shoulder flossing, you can stay seated in the comfortable position. Just take your arms out nice and wide, rolling again. That lengthen through the sides of your body and just roll the head of your arm bones back. And then inhale, reach the arms up and over. Keep the arms straight as you exhale, coming back down. Whee! And then inhale, coming up. And exhale, up and over. Just keep moving with the breath, just bringing some movement. And you should be trying to keep those arms straight, which you are, which is perfect. And just, woo. If you find you have to bend your arms, just bring your hands a little bit closer together, taking some of that pressure off. And then the last one, coming up and over, and just hold here, just at the back of your heart, really feeling that stretch across the front of the chest. Breathing in and exhale, just softening, right? So we have a tendency to put on our armor when we go out into the world, right? So it's like, how do we release that tendency and just soften and allow? And then exhale, bring the arms down. And then inhale, arms come up and over. And release that. Roll those shoulders. Nice work. And now just reaching your left fingertips out, walk the fingertips out to the side, extend your right arm up and over. So that action of lengthening from the hips to the shoulders is this action of allowing the fullness of life to move to you and through you. So lengthen long, get that fullness, and then roll the head of your arm bones back and soften your shoulder blades down your back as you extend out long through your right fingers and anchor your right seat bone down towards the mat. Then bring your top hand onto your left knee, left hand behind you, sit up nice and tall, and exhale, twist to look behind the left shoulder. Look over the left shoulder and soften your gaze and keep that action of that fullness across the chest and the shoulder blades coming together. Unwind, come back to center, and now walk your right arm out as you bring your left arm up and over. Find that fullness, lift and lengthen through the sides of your body. So this is key to really opening into the shoulders, is finding the length, right? There's a fullness inside of you that we forget when we slump forward, we go into collapse. So connect in and lengthen long out through the left fingertips, left seat bone. And then bring your top hand onto your right knee, right hand behind you. Again, lift and lengthen, and exhale, twist. Look over your right shoulder, softening your gaze, keeping that fullness in the heart space. And then unwind, come back to center. We are going to do a little passive heart opening, just holding some support at the back of the heart. So we lie, one of our blocks is in the long way on the second height, and the block will run between the shoulder blades. So this bottom pit finds the bottom tip of the shoulder blade where the bra strap is. Then we run that between the shoulder blades, and you can place the second block for your head to rest on. All right, so bending the knees, lying down, finding that place where just at the bottom tips of the shoulder blades where your bra strap is, and then run the block along between your two shoulders. We often hold a lot of tension here. You can have the second block just to support your head and your neck. And if you can, just bring the arms out wide. It might feel like there's a bit of a stretch and a sensation happening here. You can bring your knees together, feet out wide, and just close your eyes. And see if you can keep taking that action of the lengthening from your hips to the shoulders. Roll the head of your arm bones back. And feel that broadening across the whole chest. So most of the time when we're doing a back bend, we're bending from the lower back because that's where the mobility is. But what we want to do is learn to open up and bend from the upper back, this upper thoracic spine, which isn't so mobile, right? The ribs are protecting this very important part of the body. So this passive opening. Supporting all these muscles that get tight to release. We'll just take 3 more breaths here. With every exhalation, just see if you can soften a little bit inside. And surrender to the flow of your breath and the opening. And just releasing that, wriggling your fingers and toes. You can heel toe your feet back together. Just carefully roll to one side, allowing yourself to kind of come off those blocks. Nice work. And come back up. Woo! Feel those shoulders. All right. Move the blocks to the side. Place your hands to come into table. And let's just run through a couple of rounds of the cat-cow. And really focus on this mobility in your shoulders, right? So we've run through the actions of the shoulders previously, how they elevate, depress, round and contract. So just feel how that action happens. So the shoulders and the hips are part of the most mobile joints in the body. We really need to keep them open so that we can experience the fullness of the flow of life. Then here, holding that, tuck your toes under and come up into downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. And just walk the dog out. Drop your left heel down as you bend the right knee, right heel down as you bend the left knee. Anchoring into the pads of your fingers, feeling the four corners of the finger, the pointer finger mound, little finger, thumb mound, and even outer mound, just evenly holding you as you support this ground, anchoring into this grounded being, and just hold the downward facing dog. Now the focal point here is the heart. So from the pads of your fingers, pull up into your armpits and bring your shoulder blades, lift them up towards the ears, and then soften them together at the back of your heart, moving them towards your hips to melt your heart towards your thighs, taking your seat bones up towards the ceiling. That's it. Nice. Look forward at your hands, bend your knees, walk your feet up towards your hands to come into Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Feet hips distance apart. And build a solid foundation here. So we need the solidity of the foundation for the heart to really feel safe to open. Now clasp your hands at your sacrum. Lengthen through the spine. Roll the head of your arm bones back and inhale, take your hands up towards the ceiling. Now, if your shoulders are tight, you can hold onto the strap instead of clasping your hands. So the clasp of the hands is a little bit harder when the shoulders are tight. Keep squeezing muscles to bones, work the thighs back and apart. Lengthen through the spine, out through the crown of the head, but really focus on finding that place of shoulder blades coming together. Release that, place your hands on your shins, lift your heart halfway. Exhale, melt your heart. Ground down through your legs and inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. Let's just run through some salutes to the sun to just get some warmth into the body. Reach your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift your heart halfway. Exhale, melt your heart. Step your left leg back. Big step back. Hold here. Anchor in and find those adjustments. Anchor into your left hand. Right hand comes onto the hip. Lift and lengthen from your hips to your shoulders. Then twist towards your right knee. And inhale, reach your top arm up towards the ceiling. Now keep that action of the rolling of the head of the arm bones back and the shoulder blades softening down your back as you open here. Just feel the hint of a back bend as your ears follow the broadening of your collarbones. Unwind, place your hand, step back, downward facing dog. And inhale, float forward, table or plank. And then come down either knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Just scoot your hands forward. We'll come into a Sphinx pose to start with today. So that action of softening and opening. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Roll the head of your arm bones back so that your shoulder blades are softening down the back. And even now, if you can, just bring your fingertips up and find the collarbone, right? So the collarbone is that pointy out bone, and just broaden it. So from the midpoint, from the chest, the middle of the chest, just run your fingers out to the outer edge of your shoulders and see if you can really broaden the collarbones as well as softening the shoulder blades. And feel how the bottom tips of your shoulder blades are the turning point in this pose. Place your hands, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, take your left leg up towards the ceiling. And exhale, bring the left knee towards the nose. Step it through, coming into the lunge. Second side. Left foot down. Find that settlement and positioning in the hips. Anchor into your right hand. Left hand comes onto the left hip. Lift and lengthen from your hips to your shoulders. Breathe into that fullness. Roll the head of your arm bones back and then take your top hand up towards the ceiling. So we need that action of muscle energy. So don't forget that in the legs so that your heart feels supported and stable to open. Uttanasana, beautiful. Unwind and inhale, step forward, Uttanasana. Lift your heart halfway out of Uttanasana. Exhale, melt the heart. Ground down through your legs and inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. Reach for the sky, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lifting your heart. Exhale, melt your heart. Place your hands, step your right leg back this time. So the left leg's at the front. Place both hands on, anchor into your right hand. Place your left hand on your left hip. Get that stability in the hips. Twist the heart and take the top hand up. And breathe here. Feel into that flow of life. Yeah? How can you hold it and stay open to it? Exhale, unwind. Place your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, float forward, table or plank. And then come down, either knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana. Sphinx pose, second time. Bring the arms forward. Spread the toes. Hug muscles to bones here in the legs. Push the knees into the mat and zip up pubic bone towards navel. Lengthen long from the hips to the spine. Broaden those collarbones. Even use your hands to help that happen as you roll the head of your arm bones back and bring those bottom tips of your shoulder blades together to just push the heart forward, opening to the fullness of life. Place your hands, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, take your right leg up towards the ceiling. And then step your right leg through. Come onto the tips of your fingers. Anchor into your left fingertips. Place your right hand on your right hip. Lengthen long from the hips to the shoulders. Do the twist. And roll the head of your arm bones back before you extend out, like connecting with the fullness and the beauty of life. Breathe into that. Let it flow to you and through you. Unwind. And inhale, step forward, Uttanasana. Lift your heart halfway. Exhale, melt your heart. Ground down through your legs and inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. Roll the shoulders back. Take a moment and clasp the hands at the back of your sacrum. And again, just find that strength and stability in your legs, right? Connecting into the power of your legs. So you hug the muscles to the bones, pull up into the pelvis, then zip up pubic bone towards navel and allow yourself to lengthen from your hips to your shoulders. Broaden across the collarbones as you roll the head of your arm bones back and pull the elbows together to bring the shoulder blades together at the back of your heart. Now use that. You can take your hands away from the sacrum. Keep a softness in your elbows. Don't let the arms straighten fully. There you go. And just keep working to open here. Woo! And then release that. Nice. Roll the shoulders. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift your heart halfway. Exhale, melt your heart. Place your hands, step your left leg back. Walk both hands to the inside of your right foot and then swizzle around so that your toes are pointing to the long edge of your mat and your face is there, and we've come into Prasarita Padottanasana. Nice work, Tazanya. Find that placement at the four corners of your feet and then exhale, just fold forward. What I want you to do is stay on the tips of your fingers and pull up from your fingertips and draw the shoulder blades together at the back of your heart, and use the drawing of your shoulder blades at the back of your heart to move your heart towards your thighs. Finding that place of opening fully from the support of your angel wings so that the front of you stays open to the flow of life. No closing down, no shutting it out, just breathing fully into it, every aspect. And then inhale, lift and lengthen the arms. Just place your right fingertips on the mat underneath your chest. Place your left hand on your sacrum, lengthen long, twist towards the left leg, and then inhale, maybe take the top hand up towards the ceiling. So the action here is that action of lengthening from your hips to your shoulders and bringing the shoulder blades together at the back of the heart. We're twisting into the spine, helping open. This is important for back bends as well. And then unwind. Second side, left hand underneath the chest, long through the sides of your body, right hand on the hip. Keep the hips stable as you twist the torso towards the right leg. Roll the head of your arm bones back, bring those shoulder blades together, take that top hand up towards the ceiling. There you go. Finding that place. Holding the stability in your legs, the openness. And then unwind. Nice work. Fold forward again, shoulder blades, using that action to open. Then clasp your hands at the sacrum. Go the gammy way. Roll long through the sides of the body. Roll the head of your arm bones back, and then take the hands up towards the ceiling. Use a strap if this is too intense, if your shoulders are too tight. But keep working that opening. Working the thigh bones back into the hamstring. Woohoo. Inhale, rise up. Roll the shoulders. And just take your left toes and point them to the short edge of your mat. And we're going to reach our arms out, keep the legs straight and strong, and bring your right hand just around the back of your body and hold on, like bring the right fingers to the outside of the left waist, if that makes sense. Again, broaden across the collarbones, find that fullness. Keep the hand behind here. Reach long with your left hand and come into Trikonasana. And maybe you can wriggle your fingers now and hold on to the thigh, or keep holding on to around the waist. So we've got that lift and lengthen. Roll the head of your arm bones back. Bring the hand down to maybe inside the foot, outside the foot, maybe use the block. And we're using the arm, that right arm, keeping both shoulders, collarbones broad. Expand from the middle of your chest out through the collarbones. This fullness and this opening in the upper body. And then inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, toes point forward. Second side, turning your right toes out. Keep the arms straight. The legs straight. We'll bring the arms in now. Keep the arms straight too. Nice work. Now bring your left hand, reach it behind the body so the fingers are wriggling maybe behind the waist. Broaden across your collarbones. Roll the head of your arm bones back. Soften those shoulder blades down your back. Keep the stability in your legs as you reach your right hand out. and make your way into triangle pose. Then you can adjust your left fingers. Maybe they come around. You might notice one hand or one shoulder is a little bit tighter than the other. That's beautiful, Tizania. That's it. So full and open. Holding this willingness to let life flow through you and to you. Trusting in the goodness and the beauty of what life has to offer. And opening to all that it has to offer. Gorgeous. And then inhale, rise all the way up. Nice. Roll the shoulders. Just bend deep into your front knee, cartwheel the top, the back hand over, come onto the ball of your back foot, place your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, float forward, table or plank, and then come down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana. Lifting your heart this time, cobra pose, bhujangasana. Now keep that stability, that's it, nice work. Now lengthen through the sides of your body, broaden across your collarbones, roll the head of your arm bones back, and imagine that block at the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, just pushing that part of your heart forward. Yeah, nice work. And then exhale, come down, come into table. Get your 2 blocks. Stack them here. Oh no. Oh, yeah. All right. So we want the elbow tip anchored on the blocks so that you're here and you're here. Bring your hands together in prayer. Lengthen long from the hips of your hips to your shoulders. Pull the armpits up towards your ears. And then the action is this melting of the shoulder blades down the back and together as you come forward, fold forward. Now, some of you may be able to get your forehead to the floor. Some of you may not. You may want to stack some books or a pillow or something to support the forehead, or you can just hold the forehead here, ears in line with the arms. So find what works for you, but it's that action. The armpits stay full. I know, lifting up towards the ceiling, but then your shoulder blades soften down your back like an exhale and squeeze together like an exhale, allowing your heart to move forward. Such a good opening. And just breathe here into the support of the blocks. Even in the challenge, can we hold? Can we hold? If you like, you could bend your elbows, taking your thumbs to the back of your neck. Then inhale, straighten. Let's go. Bending the elbows. Hands come to the back of the neck. And we'll do one more like that. Whee! And then rising up, lifting the head. Oh, release the elbows gently and gently, as much as you can. Woo! Hard one to get out of. Roll the shoulders. Remove those blocks. Come back into table. And then take the left hand, thread it under your right arm, bring your left shoulder and ear down towards the mat, come up onto your right fingertips. So again, there's a lengthening from your hips to your shoulders, and from your fingertips, pull the shoulder blades together at the back of your heart so the twist deepens. Then work your fingers around the crown of your head. One, come back to table. And second side, taking your right arm, thread it under your left arm. Bring that right elbow and ear, shoulder and ear down to the mat. Hold the length from your hips to your shoulders. Come up onto the fingertips of your left hand. Pull the shoulder blades together at the back of the heart from the hands. So you've got that integration and that support as you twist a little bit deeper here. Whee. Whee. And then unwind. Come back to table. Tap your toes under. Come up into downward facing dog. Inhale, take your left leg up towards the ceiling. Bend your left knee, stack your left hip, make your way into fire hydrant dog. Keep that fullness in the shoulders, anchoring them together. And extend from the heart. And then exhale, unwind. Second side, inhale, taking your right leg up. Nice and big and full, staying anchored in the heart. Keep that collarbones broad. And then bend the right knee, stack the right hip on top of the left. Coming into downward face, coming into fire hydrant dog. Unwind. Look forward at your hands, bend your knees, lightly step, jump or walk forward, Uttanasana. Lift the heart halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, melt the heart. Ground down through your legs and inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. All right, reach for the sky. Have your blocks handy, you may need them. Reach for the sky, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lifting your heart halfway. Exhale, place your hands, step your left leg back, bend deep into your right knee, and then rise all the way up, coming into the lunge. Reach your arms up, and then bring them down, sorry. Roll the head of the arm bones back, and now bend your right elbow so that your right hands are wriggling around behind the waist, and grip hold of your left elbow with your hands. Then bend your left elbow and reach back and see if you can get the elbow with the palm of your right hand. Stay deep in the lunge here. Lengthen long from hips to shoulders. Roll the head of your arm bones back. Soften those shoulder blades down the back. And broaden across your collarbones. Feel that opening across the front body. Release that, reach your arms up, extend out. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step forward, Uttanasana. Second side, step your right leg back, big step back. Inhale, rise up, coming into the lunge. Just reach the arms up, extend out. Find the positioning and the stability and the support in your hips. And then bring your arms down. And this time, take your left hand, wriggle your fingers around, and see if you can find the elbow with the left hand, finding that place. And then maybe some of you will bend the right arm, taking the elbow here. If that's too intense, you can just hold one, like keep the arm straight and just have one arm bent. Lengthen long from your hips to your shoulders. Broaden across your collarbones and just soften your shoulder blades down your back. Take a bright breath in, and then as you exhale, just soften inside. Keep the eyes steady and focused, pointing forward. Breathe into the goodness and the beauty of all that life has offered us. Release the hands. Reach up. And then exhale, fold forward. Place the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, table or plank. And then come down, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Lifting the heart, roll the head of your arm bones back, broaden across the collarbones. Soften here, and imagine those blocks at the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, pushing your heart forward. Yeah. That's it. And then come back Downward facing dog. Just let out a little sigh, softening into the flow of life, like letting go of that tendency to resist. Can you broaden the collarbones here and then find that engagement, those angel wings at the back of your heart? And then from your heart, grow long into the experience, into the downward facing dog. Look forward at your hands, bend your knees, lightly step, jump or walk forward, Uttanasana. Lift your heart halfway. Exhale, melt your heart. Ground down through your legs and inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. Take your blocks. Place them either side of your legs and reach for the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Place your hands on your blocks, big step back with your left leg. And this time, inhale, straighten into your right leg. Do those actions, create the stability in your legs, all right? And lift and lengthen from your hips to your shoulders. Find that length. And then as we exhale, soften the shoulder blades together at the back of the heart. If you're quite open, you can just move the blocks to the side to come onto the tips of your fingers. Otherwise, keep using the blocks. And that same action we did in Prasarita Padottanasana of the shoulder blades melting the heart forward. So we keep working the thigh bones back, bend the elbows so the shoulders stay engaged. And it's the heart that leads you into this deeper expression of the pose, whatever that may look like for you. When we open to life, we open to what is my deepest expression of this pose in this moment. Woo! And that involves keeping those shoulders, those angel wings, supporting the back of your heart so that the front of your heart can stay open. Inhale, lift up, bend deep into the front knee, step forward, Uttanasana. Second side, big step back with your right leg. Twist those hips. And then inhale, straighten your left leg. And a spiral the right leg. Find that evenness in both hips. And then from there, from the stability, lengthen from your hips to your shoulders, that your ears move towards, your shoulders move towards your ears. And then do that action of softening shoulder blades down the back, integrating them here. And you can either stay here or bend the elbows and use the bending of the elbows to draw the shoulder blades together. So the fold forward is one that comes from the heart. This open front heart. We're not kind of folding forward and rounding the heart and closing it down. We want to fold forward and keep it open. So the heart stays open no matter what in every yoga pose. Working the thigh bone back into the hamstring. Push the big toe mound down on the front foot so you've got stability here. That'll be important when we come back to this. Place your hands, sit back, downward facing dog. Inhale, float forward, table or plank. And come down, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Lift your heart, Bhujangasana. So there's that exhale of the shoulder blades down the back, the broaden of your collarbones, but most importantly, that pushing forward, bottom tips of your shoulder blades, opening that spiritual heart. And then come back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Right. Step, jump, or walk forward, Uttanasana. Lifting your heart halfway. Exhale, melt your heart. Ground down through your legs and inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands together in front of your heart. Roll those shoulders. Stay full and open. And then inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Step your left leg back. Inhale, rise all the way up. This time, straighten your right leg. Hands on your hips, just bring the hips stable. Take those actions of muscle energy, really push down into the big toe mound of your right foot, keeping the stability there. Now the options are bending the right elbow, taking the right fingers around the left elbow and bending the left elbow. Or you can try for reverse namaste. So we bring the elbow, bend this time, the elbow so that the hands go where the block was between the shoulder blades. All right, see that? Both hands come around, whee, and find each other between the shoulder blades. Right, so this is forcing us to keep the heart open. All right, twist the hips, find the stability, reconnect, right? There's no rounding the collarbones here. As you lengthen through the sides of the body and then hinge forward at your hips, keeping the front leg steady and stable. So the front leg stays straight. That's it, Tazania. Front leg stays straight. Working the thigh bone back into the hamstrings. Now pause halfway. Lengthen from your hips to your shoulders. Find that. Keep the shoulder blades working together and maybe keep coming forward into the deeper expression of the pose. Woo! Keep working those shoulder blades, broaden from the middle out to the outside. Hands come together. Heart stays full and open. Woohoo! And then inhale, rise all the way up. Woo! Release the arms. Give them a shake, step forward. Come into Tadasana. Heart full, lifted, collarbones broad, flowing with life. Reach for the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lifting your heart. Exhale, mount your heart, step your right leg back. Rise all the way up. And straighten into your left leg. So find that stability, get those hips supported, push the big toe mound, particularly on the left leg, into the mat. Do those actions of muscle energy. Now the options are you come into the two elbows being held, or you come into your reverse namaste. Hands between the shoulder blades, where the block was so long ago in the opening of class. There's always a little seed of what is coming. All right, broaden across your collarbones. Soften your shoulder blades down your back. Open and then exhale, keeping the front leg straight. Hinge forward at the hips. Keep lengthening through the sides of your body. Pause halfway. Find that broadness at the collarbones and hold that, and then maybe come forward. Maybe come forward. Maybe come forward. But we don't want the forwardness to be that collapse and closing. We want the opening to lead the way. Staying open to life. Staying open to life. Breathe life in. Let it move to you and through you. And then rise up. Whee! Woohoo! Release the arms. Roll the shoulders. Step forward. Feel that openness, that fullness, and just make your way down to your seat bones. Just take a moment in a comfortable seated position, hands on the shoulders. We're going to sit our left hand underneath, our right hand underneath our right seat bone, and just drop your left ear towards the left shoulder. You can even use the left hand on the right ear. Just finding that stretch now. Allow that shoulder to soften. Just releasing here. And release that. Release your right hand and just place your left hand under your seat bone, palm facing down. broad and long through the sides of your body, dropping your right ear to your right shoulder. You can bring your right hand over the left ear, not really applying any pressure, just allowing the heaviness of the hand to be enough to gently open along the sides of the neck. All these parts of the neck and the shoulders hold tension, close us down, and then release that. Roll the shoulders and just take a moment to turn the chin towards the left shoulder. Have that broadness across the collarbones, that softness, shoulder blades down the back. And then come back to center and over to the right. And then come back to center. Set your blocks up for that heart opening, passive opening that we did at the beginning of class. Bring the bottom tips of your shoulder blades to the bottom line of the block. Run it between the shoulder blades where your hands were earlier. Rest your head on the other block. Take your arms out wide, feet out wide. Bring your knees together. Close your eyes. Passive opening into the heart. Opening up into the shoulders. Opening up to the flow of life. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. This constant reminder to allow that life flows to you and through you. That it is good. It just wants you to live. It wants to nourish you. And then deepen your breath and just wriggle your fingers and toes. Inhale, toe your feet together, bring your arms together. Carefully roll off the blocks. Move the blocks to one side, come back onto your back. Feet hips distance apart, and just lift your hips for just a passive supported bridge pose. Lengthen long from your hips to your shoulders, broaden across your collarbones, roll the head of your arm bones back and soften your shoulder blades down your back. Palms face the ceiling, eyes closed. Just here for a minute before we do a brief Shavasana. In this supported heart opening position, just feel the fullness of life and your ability to stay open to it. And then have to begin to lift your hips. Remove the blocks. Bring the back body onto the mat. You can keep your knees bent, take your feet out wide and bring your knees together for a supported rest pose. Or lengthen your legs out long. Roll the thighs back. Allow your feet to relax the outside edges of your mat. Palms to face the ceiling. Eyes closed. Even here, take those actions of opening the shoulders, broadening the collarbones, staying full and open, trusting in the flow of life. Begin to deepen your breath. Wriggle your fingers and toes and bring movement back into your body. You can bend your knees and place your feet on the mat and roll to one side of your body. And when you're ready, just bring your hands together and use the strength of your arms to come up to a comfortable seated position, and just bring the hands together in front of your heart. Eyes stay closed. And take a bright, full breath in, and then broaden across your collarbones. Roll the head of your arm bones down your back. Soften your shoulder blades and just do a gentle sigh inside, softening to the flow of life. To our ability to stay open, open to the flow of life, open to the goodness and the beauty, open to whatever comes to us and moves through us. We bow. Namaste. Thank you so much.